I wasn't expecting company, but if you stay out of the shrubs and flower beds, you can stay.
Give them a wave, Pops, now that you've invited them in. We're two old guys who enjoy playing sandbox and survival games together. I'm Uncle Craig. Go ahead and sit down. Let's visit for a while.
What we're going to do now is use the mods that Zeek provides and gear up our armor to align with the best stats to have. Now, I'm not an expert in this. As you get more advanced, you're going to become better at this. So this is just how to get started and do the things that are going to benefit you the most with the least amount of knowledge and expertise. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We're going to look here. I had some things in my storage, so instead of buying them from Zeek, I went ahead and loaded them in from my cargo hold. I'm going to have to buy a few things, but some I had on hand. And I'll probably touch on it again later, but these purple enhancements are what you get from the purple bordered enhancements are what you get from running the 340 artifact mission that Hyde and Zeek have. We'll cover that another time. That's for when you're running your operations to get that. And so all of these right here are like that. None are ricotta gear, I don't think. Well, the earpieces are ricotta because I didn't have any prototype versions, and I do need to have earpieces prepared just in case. You'll see why here in a moment. So let's see here. I also went to my cargo hold, and I had a whole bunch of armor available. So there's all the pieces for that right there along the top. And then I'm using these two as the weapons, and I like those. You'll see later why. None of them have any mods in them yet, which is good, except for the weapons. And we'll replace those first. So I'm going to I have an outfit set up. I recommend this. Get an outfit all set up on your outfit tab so that when you take your gear off, you will still be clothed. And I'm just kind of old-fashioned that way. And I'm also going to get rid of the relic that I have here because, again, I've got a better one right here. So I have the 340 of both of those right there. Just so happen to have them in my locker. This is a critical, but it's a 324. And I've got a 340 critical there and then an alacrity. I usually would carry around an accuracy with me too to try to get the stats just perfect. Now, if you don't have that stuff in your storage, just use what you have. Just leave that in there and get more as you go. But when you're going to get your stats, your modifications to your gear, you want to pull everything out except for the bare minimum, the tactical and the two legendary implants. Now, if you look at the legendary implants, the improved targeting package adds a boost to your critical rating, and the locked and loaded adds a boost to your alacrity. Now, those two numbers are, well, the alacrity is more important than the critical when you're trying to do your armoring, but those two are important to know about. Let's take a look at the details here. Somebody's done all the math. A few people have and figured out that what you really want for a DPS build, and that's what we have. Let me show you. We have sniper, so it's DPS. All three are DPS. Okay. So in a DPS build, what you want is to have your accuracy about 110. I mean, it's above 110, but as close to 110 as you possibly can. And your alacrity at 7.2, really 7.15, but 7.2%. So we're a little low on both of those. So that's what our first goal is going to be. First accuracy, then we'll get the alacrity as close as we can. Okay. So let's first put in the weapons that we have here. And this has low level mods in it. Okay, so if you look at the enhancement, it's an alacrity enhancement. What we'd like to have is an accuracy enhancement in there. So we'll get that, and the same thing for this offhand. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll probably buy 4 of those. We'll start with 3 of the accuracy enhancements from Zeek. Let's do that now. There it is. Proficient enhancement is accuracy of 614. So we'll get 3 of those. I'm going to get a 4th. I think I'm going to need 4. Okay. And if you have, I think you have to actually get this as part of your legacy using cartel coins to be able to do what I'm about to do now. I can control and right click. And you have to pay extra for that. If you don't have that, you'll want to go over to a modification station, and there's one just up the ramp here in the fleet. So, and then I'm not going to pay the money to pull this out. I'm just going to simply drop this one in. It's going to say, hey, are you sure you want to put it in? Yes. And then it just destroyed that other one. I didn't get any money for it. And I don't mind. It costs more to remove it than the item's worth if I sell it. So I'll just do it that way. These are also low level. Item rating 306. This is 340. So we'll put a mod in here, the 105. So the lethal mod is the one you want to use for DPS, a damage build. And it's going to give us power and mastery and endurance. We'll drop that in here. And then we'll also need a barrel. I don't have a barrel. So we'll go to Zeek here again, and we'll get the versatile barrel, which adds mastery and endurance. Okay. And we'll put that in here. So now our sniper rifle is, or a vibro knife, excuse me, is finished. It's done. And let's look at our accuracy now. Our accuracy is 103, so it didn't go up very much. Now let's do the rifle here. We're going to need... That's surprising that the vibro knife took a barrel. You know, I never did notice that before. Huh. For a vibro knife. Anyway, so we come here and we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to buy a barrel. And I think we have everything else we need. So we'll drop in this enhancement and the mod and the barrel that we just purchased here. It is up here. Okay. And now this is item rating 340. And it's giving us accuracy again. So we go and look here. We're up to 105. So we're doing better. So now we got to put our armor in. Let's go ahead and put we'll equip all of our gear here. It's going to tell me that it's now going to be bound to this character, and I'm okay with that. Some people min-max. It's probably a good idea, but I'm an old guy and I don't like to keep track of those things. Min-max is you use armor that you can share among all of your tunes. You set one set of gear up and you can just switch it to the different tunes that you have. But I prefer not to do that. Now, putting this gear in didn't change the stats that I'm interested in yet. And so what we're going to do now is take a look at putting accuracy in a couple of other pieces. So I'm going to put them in my headgear, the accuracy enhancement, and I'm going to put the armoring in, and I'm going to put the mod in. So now my helmet is done. And we should be around, I don't know, is it 107%? 107. So we're getting close, possibly just putting it in one more piece. So put it in the hands here, the gloves. Put that in, put a mod in, and then put an armoring. I think we should be pretty close. 109. Okay, so we're going to be a little high in our accuracy if I put one more of the of these in, but we'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to buy one more accuracy and put that in the chest piece, the coat, mod, and armoring. All right, let's take a look. There we go, 111. We're okay with that. Alacrity's low. So now we're going to put in the alacrities. Hey, buddy, we're filming here. We're going to put some in the boots. All right. And then we're also going to put in a mod and armor. And then in the leggings, we're going to put in the alacrity and mod and armoring. Now, these two here, the belt and the bracers, you cannot put an enhancement in. So we're not going to be able to enhance any more of our gear for those stats. But let's see where we're at. 6.24. So we're a little low. So what we're going to do is take this Alacrity earpiece here and put that in. And take a look. And now we're at 809. So we're good. We're above 7.2. We're above 110. We're happy with that. It's our starting gear. We haven't put any augments in yet. We're good. Now, a couple of my pieces here do have augments, but they are critical augments. And so here's my Relic of Serendipitous Assault and Focused Retribution, which are the two that are recommended when you are DPS. All right. So let's see here. Our critical rating is multiplier is almost 25%. They say you want that up near 40, but again, you get that by doing all the augments and by getting Ricotta gear type of stuff. So we're not going to go to that level with this right here. Let's put the last bit of the modifications in. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong button on my keyboard here. So here is the armoring, but I'm going to need a mod for that one and a mod and armoring for the other piece too. So we're going to get a mod, and two mods and an armor. All right, so we're going to put this mod in here. And then right here, we're going to put the mod and the armoring. So now my gear is all set. The only thing I can do further is augment, or if I had a, and I don't think I can on this one. Yeah, if I had something I could put a crystal in. Oh, I can put a color crystal in this. You know what? I can put a color crystal in here too. You know, I didn't think about that. I can use my color crystals. Maybe I have a couple that will offset the accuracy. And so then I could pull out a couple here from, or maybe one of them from my gear. So there's things like that you could do too. I forgot about the color crystals, but you could do that. The most important thing was to see getting geared up using the mods that Zeek gives you. So now we have 338 gear. What do I have that's low? Oh, it's my two legendary implants, and I should probably show you that too. We upgraded everything else. We'll go see if we can upgrade our legendary implants, and we'll see what that gets us as an item rating, just as kind of a final step here. But you pretty much know everything you need to now to get your late game gear set up. So here we are back with our little friend Snark, Lundar's friend. And we're going to check and see here with Snark what he might have available for us. So what do you got, Snark? Let's press C so we can see what we have. Improved targeting and locked and loaded, and they're both 326 right now. So let's do locked and loaded first. Here we go. There's the upgrade to 328. And I can upgrade again to 330. And now I'm short of tech fragments. Yeah, just by 100. Now I could go and convert conquest commendations 1 for 1 to tech fragments, and so I could go and get another 200 tech fragments, 250 or 200 actually. But I'm not going to do that because it's not worth it just to upgrade one more level. So as you collect tech fragments, come back and get those, and you see now we're 338. So over time, once I get these two legendary implants upgraded, I would get to my item rating of 340 overall for my armor. So there you go.